नमस्ते। एक्सपर्ट एडवाइस के अगले एपिसोड में हम बात करेंगे एक अहम बात की। घर खरीदते समय परिवार सबसे ज्यादा तवज्जो किस पर देता है? माँ बाप की रिक्वायरमेंट, सीनियर सिटीजन्स या बच्चे? आज हम बात कर रहे हैं पुणे के मशहूर गेरा डेवलपर्स के एमडी के साथ। इनसे हम ये पूछना चाहेंगे कि उनके नजरिए से लोग जब घर खरीदने आते हैं तो सबसे ज्यादा किस पे ध्यान देते हैं? नॉर्मल एज के लोग, बुजुर्ग या बच्चे? तो बताइए कि आपको इस संदर्भ में किस तरह की रेफरेंसेस मिलती है?
देखिए, हमारे पास जो क्लाइंट लोग आते हैं घर खरीदने के लिए, उनके नज़रिए से उनके पेरेंट्स, उनके बुजुर्ग जो हैं, उन्हें एडवाइस और या सलाह देते हैं। लेकिन जब वो घर खरीदने जाते हैं तो उनके डिसीजन लेने में सबसे अहम, सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट, सबसे सेंट्रल जो इशू है वो बच्चे के बारे में है। सो द चाइल्ड इज एट द सेंटर ऑफ द डिसीजन मेकिंग प्रोसेस। डिस्टेंस टू स्कूल, बच्चे बड़े कैसे होंगे, क्या होगा उधर, क्योंकि बाकी जो आप देखें उनके लिए वो टैक्सी में या गाड़ी में या मोटरसाइकिल पे काम पे जा सकते हैं, आ सकते हैं, उनके लिए इतना इशू नहीं होता है। लेकिन जब वो बच्चे को घर पे छोड़ें तो हाउ विल द चाइल्ड बी टेकन केयर ऑफ? दोज आर वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट इश्यूज विच पीपल आर स्ट्रगलिंग विथ टुडे, एंड देयरफॉर वी फाइंड दैट द चाइल्ड इज एट द सेंटर ऑफ द डिसीजन मेकिंग प्रोसेस।
रोहित जी ने ये बात जो कही सही मायने में इंपॉर्टेंट है, लेकिन कितनी इंपॉर्टेंट है ये अगले सवाल में उन्हें पूछेंगे ब्रेक के बाद। वेलकम बैक। बच्चों की अहमियत घर खरीदने में, चाइल्ड्स प्ले या सीरियस टॉक, बात करते हैं हम रोहित गेरा साहब के साथ। ये तो रहा लोकेशन रिलेटेड बात कि आप जब घर सिलेक्ट करते हैं तो लोकेशन ऐसा हो कि स्कूल नजदीक हो या तो स्कूल बस आसानी से मिले, एरिया बच्चों के लिए सेफ हो। लेकिन इससे आगे बढ़ते हुए जब हम ये देखते हैं कि बिल्डिंग में किस तरह की फैसिलिटीज या एमिनिटीज बच्चों के लिए क्रिएट की जा रही है, क्या इससे फर्क पड़ता है बाइंग प्रोसेस में?
इससे बहुत फर्क पड़ता है। हमने बहुत रिसर्च किया, we've spoken to numerous customers, and the feedback that we have received from our customers is that this is the number one issue. अगर आप थोड़ा पीछे जाके देखें, हिस्टोरिकली देखें, तो पहले प्रोजेक्ट में पहला जो अमेनिटी था वो चिल्ड्रंस प्लेग्राउंड आता था। So the children's playground was, even 25-30 years ago, the children's playground indicated how important the child was. फिर लैंडस्केप्स गार्डन्स आने लग गए, फिर सिक्योरिटी सिस्टम्स आने लग गई, बट द फर्स्ट थिंग वाज द चिल्ड्रंस प्लेग्राउंड। So the features and the facilities around the child are very important. अब हमने जो रिसर्च किया, what we found is that there are 4 categories of features which a parent looks for around the child. एक तो है सेफ्टी, मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट सेफ्टी। बच्चों के लिए जगह सेफ होनी चाहिए। अभी अगर आपका बच्चा 1 साल का, 2 साल का है तो वो he crawls around in the room, he takes a pen, pokes it into the switch. Child-proof switches have to be there. For toddlers, you should have rounded corners so that they don't get injured. So safety is a very important element as far as parents are concerned. The second category then is child's development. Because you see, what we've realized is the previous generations, parents used to say, my child should become an engineer or a doctor. This is earlier generations' requirements. Today what we find is parents are saying, let my child be anything he wants to be. So they want to give their child exposure to multiple facilities, to best-in-class opportunities, so the child can excel in whatever he wants to be. So we decided and we realized that development is an extremely important aspect. And so we must focus on providing proper development opportunities for children in the project. तो पहला तो safety हुआ, दूसरा category development हुआ. Third category अभी बच्चे हैं, So there has to be fun for children. Whether it's the quality of playground, or whether we provide a BMX and skateboard park, or you provide a video game room or a gaming arcade, children want to have fun. Children need to have fun. So fun is the third category for children. And the fourth category, ये बच्चों के बारे में तो है, but ultimately जो parents का जो convenience है, we must focus on that as well. So we realize कि project में जब बच्चे के नजरिए से देखें, these four categories, safety, fun, convenience and development, must be taken care of, and we have worked on our projects to take care of these elements in the project.
It's really interesting. So you actually tell me that आप लोगों ने उस पर स्टडी किया था, रिसर्च करवाया था इस पे?
बहुत रिसर्च किया है. We've done focus group discussions. I have personally participated in discussions with parents in groups and one-on-one. My teams have done the research, and then what we came back with is with feedback. One of the important things that people told us, ये सब तो बहुत बढ़िया है, आप डेवलपमेंट की बात करते हो, आप कहोगे कि आप टेनिस कोर्ट देंगे, आप किसी के साथ टाई अप करोगे कि हमारे बच्चे को वहाँ ट्रेनिंग मिलेगा, ग्रेट. आप स्विमिंग के लिए आप कोचिंग कराओगे, डांस के लिए आप कराओगे, चेस के लिए कराओगे, ये तो सब बढ़िया है. बट द क्वेश्चन दैट केम अप नेक्स्ट वाज, आप तो बिल्डर हो, राइट? प्रोजेक्ट खत्म, आप निकल गए,
तो
सस्टेन कौन करेगा? उसका क्वालिटी कौन देखेगा? आप हमें क्वालिटी का कैसे अश्योरेंस दोगे? सो वी सेड ये लोगों की बात बिल्कुल सही है. सो वी सेड वी हैव टू सॉल्व दिस प्रॉब्लम. सो वी सेड क्वालिटी के लिए हाउ कैन आई गारंटी कि जो टेनिस सिखाएगा उसका क्वालिटी ठीक रहे? सो वी सेड टेनिस के लिए लेट्स गेट द बेस्ट नेम इन द कंट्री हु इज डूइंग कोचिंग फॉर टेनिस टुडे. So we tied up with Mahesh Bhupati Tennis Academy. Said okay. Ab cricket is a craze. It's our national sport. It's our national pastime. It's our national passion. So you have to have cricket for children. So we said cricket coaching. We tied up with Anil Kumble for cricket coaching. Then we said, let's look at chess. Chess, best name in the country internationally is Vishwanathan Anand. So we went and talked to Vishwanathan Anand, and he was very kind to agree that he will set up the training academy. So we have the Vishwanathan Anand Training Academy coaches training at our projects. But it's not only about sport. So we said arts के category में क्या करें? So we've tied up for dance with Shamak Davar. So Shamak Davar's Dance Academy provides the dance coaching. We said also in the arts is music. So we tied up with Shankar Mahadevan Academy for music coaching. The third category under development is personality development. And what we realized is parents want their young adults to get exposure in leadership, in personality development, in public speaking. So we tied up with the Dale Carnegie Institute to offer leadership, personality development and public speaking for the young adults in the project. इसके बाद जो दूसरा सवाल आया लोगों से, ये तो बहुत अच्छा है, अभी आपने ये सब ए ग्रेड बेस्ट इन क्लास टाई अप्स आपने तो कर दिए, हाउ डू यू मेक श्योर दैट आवर चिल्ड्रन गेट द एक्सपोजर? सो वी सेड ओके, वी टाइड अप विथ ऑल दीज पीपल एंड वी आर ऑफरिंग 2 months of free tennis coaching, 2 months of swimming, 2 months of dance, 2 months of music in 12 different disciplines, in the arts, in sports and in development. We are providing free coaching to every child who stays in the development, every child of an owner who stays in the development. Next सवाल आया, ये तो बढ़िया है, but we also want to learn the training. It's not, why should it only be for children? So we said sure, अभी coaching वहाँ हो रहा है, so parents can also enroll. But we said we can have to draw the line that it is not free for the parents. And if a child is good in tennis, 2 महीने के बाद parents को पता चला, exposure हो गया, then the parent can pay for the coaching classes and it continues on the campus, in the campus. So we've thought about this for the long run. These free coachings people have to consume in 5 years. So that has also been thought through, and we have also planned as to how the program can run for the longer duration with a revenue share arrangement made for the society and the condominium with all the coaching academies. So we've actually thought this for the long term. Because we understand people are concerned कि आप तो builder हो, आपने आपका खत्म कर दिया, आप चले गए. How do we continue this for the long run? That's what we have thought about.
It sounds wonderful, sounds really great, but in terms of the practical side of it, not every child is going to be interested only in a particular sport or a particular art form.
Right.
बच्चों की growth जो होती है वो we talk about holistic approach.
Absolutely.
तो आपका ये जो child centric homes का जो concept है वो सिर्फ एक कला या एक sport ना सिखाते हुए बच्चे की personality को कैसे enhance करेगा, इस पे अगर आप कुछ बता पाए.
देखिए, in the sports category we've got 4 options. In the arts category we've got 4 options. In the development category we've got 4 options. अब ये भी हो सकता है कि कोई एक बच्चे को स्पोर्ट्स में दिलचस्पी हो मगर वो उसे जिम्नास्टिक्स करना है. Right? Let's take that as an example. If that becomes the case, then there will be other areas where he will go and he will become an expert. The point is, we believe that children should be exposed. तो अगर आप sports में भी अगर आप देखने गए, we've got physical, right, which is tennis, and we've got cricket. We've also got swimming, which is completely different in terms of physical. We've also got a mental sport, which is chess, right? When we talk about the development, we've got public speaking, leadership. We've also got Vedic math classes for children. Again, little bit of mental, little bit of development, public speaking. In the arts, there's dance, there's dramatics, there's singing, and there's actual art and drawing. So we do not claim that we will make your child an expert in whatever he wants to be. We say that give your child the exposure, right, in our projects, and if he chooses to be an expert in one of those areas, he will get further development. And if he chooses to be an expert in something else, at least he realizes that sports is his field of interest. So we don't believe that we want to give children the exposure to an expertise in all fields. All we say is we will give the child exposure to sports, to arts, to development, and if a child becomes an expert in something beyond what we are offering, well, he has to go out and get the expertise somewhere else. But providing the exposure today is so difficult for parents. गाड़ी रखना पड़ता है, driver रखना पड़ता है, husband and wife are fighting, it's my turn to drop, it's your turn to drop, my career is being affected, your career is being affected. So all of this is offered in one place. That saves them the hassle and the stress as far as the parents are concerned. The child gets the exposure. That's what we offer, that's what we promise. We don't promise that we will make your child a tennis champion. That is, your child has to be interested in that and has to have the passion for that, and you have to commit to the training for that. The other piece about development that we find is, the project has a holistic approach, and I'll tell you what I mean by that. Friends. We have our best memories with our childhood friends, right? Our childhood friends are those who we grew up with, same age group. And with a child-centric project, the idea is that you have people, when you've got many more kids, you find many kids who you will gel with, who you will be similar to when there's more children. So we believe that that aids in the development. We also believe that, one of the objectives or what we really want to achieve is, today when a child goes to a class, and a parent told me this, he says, when my child goes to a class, I send him for tennis classes. I have not even gone and seen the tennis class. I went once to drop the child the first time. After that, I've never gone. Your project allows me to go downstairs and see my child being trained. And he says, you know what I'm looking forward to? When my kid hits a good tennis shot and turns around and says, Papa, dekha aapne? And I can say, ha beta, that was very nice. He says, for me, that is really where the value comes. So really, it's not just about saying that we will create an expert in this or an expert in that. Child-centric is a way of life. Because we believe that today, with the Indian ethos, with the Indian culture, the child is all important to us. How often do you hear that somebody says, "Arey, he's my cousin's son. वो पढ़ाई करने के लिए पुणे आया है, वो हमारे साथ रह रहा है." We open our doors to our family, to our children. And that to me is the Indian ethos, and that's what child-centric is about. So given all the opportunities that we see in our child-centric homes for children, we certainly believe that this is a kind of product which gives parents a whole new lifestyle. So we've covered the aspect of convenience, we've covered the aspect of safety, we've covered the aspect of children's development, and also fun for the children. I'll tell you one of the things which we talked about, and we kind of, again, through research, this is what we found. Today you look at video games. The number of video games which say over 18, over 16, explicit lyrics, warning, caution. There is no censor board for this to control these games what children play. So if you have an 8-year-old child and a 14-year-old child, I will guarantee that the 8-year-old child will get exposure to the games that the 14-year-old child is playing. And whether that 14-year-old child is playing games which a 16-year-old likes to play, with all the bad language, with all the violence, with all the guns and all the blood. This is today's reality. So we said, okay, we'll give a nice gaming room. But then we said one is not enough, we need to give 3. And you know the reason why we've said 3 gaming rooms is because we've said in the first one, children up to 8 can enter, right? To go into the next room, you have to be between 8 and 14, right? And the third room, you have to be over 14 to enter into the third room. So the younger kid does not get exposure to those games which the older kids are playing. So we've thought about the concept at that level. When we talked about convenience, we worked on a concept called a resident granny. Right? This concept, people are just really responding positively. So what we're going to do is we're going to rent a few homes to senior citizens who then are living in the development. So they rent a 3-bedroom apartment. One of the bedrooms is created with 4 bunk beds, 2 study tables. So if you want to go out at night with your wife, where do you leave your child? You have a 7-year-old, where do you leave your child? You can leave your child with a resident granny. Now, here are the strengths of the system. A, you know the person. They live in your development. Okay? B, you have the comfort and the security that you're leaving them with somebody known. Your child also knows them. So they're in safe hands. So you go out with peace of mind. Your child is safe. The senior citizens get an opportunity to earn extra income. So you pay them 200 or 300 rupees for the evening. They look after the kids. It's an income stream for them. They're happy about it. You are comfortable and with the convenience, and your child is safe. It's a win-win concept. People who we're talking to about the concept says, what a fabulous idea. It's such a simple idea, and it's not something which is not done elsewhere. This came out from talking to customers when they said, in the joint family system, when I would go out, I leave my kids with the lady said, leave our kids with our in-laws. We said, but okay, we can't replicate your in-laws or your parents, but why not try and create the similar ecosystem? And that's what we are doing at Child-Centric Homes. So we've focused on this at so many different layers, which is why we think that Child-Centric Homes is really a different lifestyle. It's for people who who have their children at the center of their world. And I think that there are most parents today. My daughter was young once, she's older now, but she was the center of my world, she still is, and she's 19. So given that, I think for all of us parents, our children are the center of our, not world, of our universe. And Child-Centric Homes creates an environment for that to flourish really well.
I don't think anyone could have put it better than that. You're launching this thing in Pune, first of all. At which project is it that this is being launched?
So this is being launched at Song of Joy in Kharadi. And I must say that, we've done a previous avatar, a previous version of Child-Centric Homes about 8 years ago. What we realized from that, so we're in this game for a long time. What we realized from that version is that you can put in a music room And we did, right? But for it to be genuinely used, somebody has to provide the music instruction, and the music has to organize the music teacher. In spite of providing a music room, the parents couldn't get together and arrange a music teacher for the kids. How much will we pay? Suppose somebody doesn't come, who will negotiate, who will find? So we found that the music room is there, but people are not using it. So that's when we decided that just providing hardware is not enough. So we decided to provide hardware and software. So this version of child-centric homes, which we believe is, a result of tremendous passion, is being launched at our first project, which is Song of Joy, which is at Kharadi. Shortly thereafter, we're launching this in Bangalore, in our first Bangalore project, which is in Varthur in Bangalore. And we're also looking at assessing whether this is something which as a concept will work in Goa, because we're also present in Goa. So at least 3 locations, 2 are for sure. One is being assessed currently. And I have every confidence that this will be picked up by people as a concept.
ये सिर्फ एमिनिटी या फीचर की बात नहीं है, ये फैमिली को सही मायने में अपने बच्चों की फ्यूचर सही बनाने वाली बात होगी.
Absolutely, बिल्कुल सही कहा आपने.
As among the first developers who come up with this, I guess आपको बहुत खुशी हो रही होगी. You must be feeling very proud.
I think my team has done a fabulous job coming this far, and I must say that it isn't something that has come only from internally within us. We believe in this passionately, so we've done this, but a lot of it has come from the feedback that we've received from customers, from young parents. So this is actually a result of a collaborative effort, and yes, there is a tremendous sense of pride. There is also a sense of pride that these 5-6 names that I talked about, these brand ambassadors, so to speak, that we spoke with, have endorsed the product and have come forward so readily to do the tie-up. Even that indicates to me that yes, we've done something good, but ultimately the true result will tell when parents turn around and say, you know what, you guys did something great. And so I believe we've begun really well, but the real test is yet to come.
तो एक एमिनिटी की बात होती है, एक फीचर की बात होती है, और घर खरीदने के प्रोसेस में बच्चों की अहमियत की बात होती है. रोहित गेरा जी ने ये प्रूव कर दिया कि घर खरीदते समय बच्चों के बारे में सोचना इज नो चाइल्ड्स प्ले. We'll meet again in the next episode. Thank you.